Let us now look at the first set of mock. In this it is given that the pie charts are given here shows some automobile parts manufactured by an automobile company at its Pune and Nagpur plants in the year 2009. Study the pie chart and answer the questions. And the number of total auto parts produced at both the plants are same. So we are provided with the pie charts of Nagpur and Pune plant where automobile parts are manufactured by the automobile company. So in this Nagpur plant, we are provided with the contribution of tires, horns, lights, gearbox and tubes. Its percentage contribution is given, and we also know that both the plants produce the same quantity of automobile parts. So let us look at the question. So our first question is, it is saying that if Nagpur plant produce 8 lakh tires, then the number of horns produced by it was. Okay. So if we look at the Nagpur plant, in this, the tires contribution is 32%. That means 32% represent 8 lakh tires. So we need to find the contribution of horn, that is 3%. So 3% would be 8 lakh divided by 32 multiplied by 3. So in this we can calculate it, since 8 into 3 is 24 lakh divided by 32. 32 into 75, and this will come out to be 75,000. So that is the third option. So let us now look at the next question. It is saying that how many percent more tubes were produced at the Pune plant than those Nagpur plant. So it is asking that percentage increase of tubes from Nagpur to Pune. So in this, if we go by the pie chart, in this the Nagpur plant is having the contribution of 25, and in the Pune plant it is the contribution of 28. And since both the plants are producing the same quantity of automobile parts, so we can work directly on these percentage figures. That means in Nagpur it is producing 25%, and in Pune it is producing 28%. So we can directly work on this percentage figure since both the plants are producing the same quantity. So this is the increment of 3. So our contribution, so our percentage change is 3 over 25 multiplied by 100. That means 25 into 4. 4 into 3 is 12%. So Pune plant is producing 12% more than the Nagpur plant. So our answer option is B. Let us now look at the last question of this set. It is asking that the ratio of number of horns produced at Nagpur plant to that produced at Pune plant. So as we can see that in Nagpur and in Pune, the contribution of horns are 3% and 7%. And we also know that both the plants are producing same quantity of auto parts. So we can directly work on percentage figure. So in Nagpur over Pune, the ratio would be, since Nagpur contribution is 3% and Pune contribution is 7%, whatever would be, it would be of X since both are producing same quantity. So this is of no use. So percentage to percentage cancel. So our answer is 3 by 7. So we can directly give the answer by looking at the percentage figure itself. So our answer is option A, which is 3 by 7. Let us now proceed with the next set. In this it is given that it is a multiple bar graph depicting the changes in the strength of a college in 4 departments from 1990 to 1992. Study the diagram and answer the questions based on it. So here we are provided with the college strength in 4 departments, that is arts, science, commerce and law for the year 1990, 1991 and 1992. So we are provided with the college strength information for the 3 years of a particular college. So let us proceed with the first question. It is saying that in which department was there a regular decrease in the student strength. So we need to look at the decrease in the strength. This question can be answered by looking at the graph easily. See, if we see the arts, it is 600, then it is decreasing. to 550, then it is decreasing to 300. Okay, so it is gradually decreasing, so our answer is arts. Let us look at the science also. In science it is increasing, so this is not the option. In commerce it is also increasing, it is not the answer. And in the law also it is increasing, so law is also the incorrect option. So our final answer is option A, that is arts. So let us now look at the next question. It is asking that the percentage of students in science department in 1991 was. So we have to look this year 1990 to 91. That means in this arts is 600 and science is 400 and this is 200 and this is 150. So total strength is 600 plus 400 1000, 200 1200, 150. So that is 1350 is the total strength, and we need to find the contribution of science, so that is 400. So science is 400. So our required percentage is 400 over 1350 multiplied by 100. So 5840 and 5 into 27 135, and we know that 1 upon 27 is 3.7%. Okay, you need to remember this value. 1 by 27 is 3.7%. So 3.7 into 8 would be 29.6%, which is answer option C. Let us now look at the next question. It is asking the total student strength in 91-92 was how many times that of commerce students in the same year. So we need to see the 91-92 total strength. So that means it is asking 91-92 total was how many times of commerce in the same year. So let us look at the total. In 91 it is arts 550, and for science it is 500, and for commerce it is 250, and for law it is 200. So 550 plus 500 is 1050, 1100, 1300, 1500. So our total is 1500, and commerce strength is 250. So we need to see that total is how much times of commerce. So 1500 over 250. So that would be 6. So our answer option is D, which is 6. So let us now look at the last question of this set. It is asking what was the percentage increase in science students from 90 to 1992. So okay, so in 1990 science was 400, and in 1992 science was 600. So we can see that it is the jump of 200 over 400. So 200 over 400 multiplied by 100, which is 50%, option A. So let us now look at the next set. In this it is given that the bar chart given below shows the percentage distribution of the production of various models of mobile manufacturing company in 2007 and 8. The total production in 2007 was 35 lakh and in 2008 was 44 lakh. Study the chart and answer the following question. So in this particular set we are provided with the bar graph, which is representing the manufacturing of mobile in 2007 and 2008. In 2007 total production was 35 lakh, and in 2008 the total production was 44 lakh. So let us proceed with the questions. So our first question is total number of mobiles of models A, B and E manufactured in 2007 was. Okay, so let us look at the 2007 chart. It is the stacked chart. Okay, it is the stacked bar chart. So let us look at the A. Its contribution is 30%, and B, it is going from 30 to 45, that means 15%, and for E it is going from 80 to 90, that means 10%. So we have to look at the total number of mobiles for A, B and E, that is 30 plus 15 plus 10% of 35 lakh. So that is 30 plus 15, 45, 55% of 35 lakh. So 5 into 11, 55, 5 into 20, 100, 5 into 7, 35, 5 into 4, 20. So that is 77 by 4 lakh. That means, so 4 into 19 is 76 something. So 4 into 19 is 76. So answer should be 19 something, and we can see that that is the option D. So no need to calculate the actual value to save your time. So our answer option is D. So let us now look at the next question. It is saying that for which models percentage variation in production from 2000 to 2007 to 8 the maximum. Okay. So for 2007 A contribution was 30%. In 2008 A contribution was 40%. And for B it was 30 to 45, that means 15%. And in 2008 it was 40 to 60, that means 20%. For C it was 45 to 65, that means 20%. And for C in 2008 was 60 to 75, that means 15%. And for D it was 65 to 80, that means 15%. And for D in 2008 it was 75 to 85, that means 10%. And for E it was 80 to 90, that means 10%. And for 2008 it was again 10%. For F it was 10% in 2007, and for 2008 it was 5%. So we have seen the percentage contribution for A, B, C, D, E and F. So let us see the percentage variation that is going from 30 to 40. That means plus 10 increase, 10 over 30 is 33.33% increase. For B it is 15 to 20, that means plus 5 over 15 is 1 by 3, that is again 33.33% increase. For C it is 20 to 15, that means 5 drop, so 5 over 20 is 25% decrease. For D it is 15 to 10, that means 5 over 15, 33.33% decrease. And for E it is 10 to 10, that means no change, that is 0%. And for F it is 10 to 5, that is 5 over 10 is 50% decrease. Okay, see, these are the percentage variation. Now look at the question. It is saying for maximum. So let us look by the option. First is B and C. Since B is increasing by 33.33% and C by it is decreasing by 25%, and for C it is 25% decrease, and for D it is 33.33% decrease. Okay, and for D again 33.33% decrease, and for E it is 0%. And last option A is 33.33% increase, and for B it is 33.33% increase. So if we see by the magnitude that the percentage variation for A and B is 33 plus 33, 66.66, which is the highest, as it is 33.33 net change, and it is decreasing by 33 plus 25, that means 33, 38, 48, 58 percentage. And for this it is increasing and decreasing, so net change was 33 and 25 decreasing. So this is the less by other options. So our answer should be maximum change we are looking in A and B. So our answer option is D, which is A and B. So let us now look at the next question. It is saying that what was the difference in the number of B-type mobiles produced in 2007 and 8? So we can see that in 2007 the contribution of B was 15%, and in the 2008 it is going from 40 to 60, that means 20%. So, and it was 35 lakh and this was 44 lakh. So we need to find the difference. So 15% of 35 minus 20% of 44. So that is 5 3 15, 5 20, 5 4 20, 5 7 35. That means 21 by 4, and that is 20 into 500, 44 by 5. So 44 by 5 will be 8.8, and 21 by 4 would be 5.25. So we can see that the difference is 3.55. So our answer is option A. 3.55 lakh is this option A. So let us now look at the next question. It is saying if the percentage production of A-type mobiles in 2008 was same as that in 2007, then the number of A-type mobiles produced in 2008 would have been. So they are saying that if in 2007, since there are 30% production and this same magnitude was in 2008, that is 30%. If it would be there, then what would be the production of A, and in A total was 44 lakh. So our new production should be 30% of 44 lakh. So that is 222 and that is 5. So that is 66 by 5. 66 by 5 is 13.2 lakh. So which is option B. So let us now look at the last question of this set. It is saying that if 85% of D-type mobiles produced in each year were sold by the company, then how many D-type mobiles remained unsold? Okay, so in 2007 company had sold 15%, and in 2008 company had sold 10% D-type mobiles, and in 2007 total was 35 lakh and this 44 lakh. So D-type for 2007 was 15% of 35, 5 3 15, that is 20, 5 7 35, 5 4 20, 21 by 4 is 5.25 lakh, and in this 10% of 44, so that is 4.4 lakh. So total production of D-type mobile was 5.25 plus 4.4, that is 9.65 lakh. Okay, but in the question it is given that company was able to sold only 85%, that means 15% was unsold. So we need to find the unsold quantity. So we will calculate the 15% of 9.65. So when you will calculate this, you will get approximately 1.4, and 1.4 is option D. So let us now look at the last set. It is based on pipes and cisterns. It is given that there are 5 types of different capacities T1 to T5, and their time and percentage filling is given for T1 to T5. So let us look at the question. It is saying that a tank has 3 taps, T1 and T2 to fill the tank, and the third tap to make it empty. The third tap takes 60 minutes to empty 75% of the tank. All the 3 taps are opened in the beginning. After 40 minutes, third tap is closed. In how much time will the rest of the tank be full? Okay, so it is given that for tap 1, since we know that by the information that it fills 20% in 10 minutes. So in 100% it will take 50 minutes. Similarly, tap 2 takes 15 minutes to fill 10%. So 10%, 15 minutes. That means 100% in 150 minutes. And for leakage pipe, we know that for empty tap, we know that it empties 75% tank. 75% tank in 60 minutes. Okay, that means 100% tank in 80 minutes. Now let us assume the capacity of tank. Capacity of tank can be assumed by taking the LCM of filling times of pipes, that is 50, 150 and 80. So LCM would be 1200 units. Okay, now let us now take the efficiency of tap 1, that would be 1200 over 50, that would be equivalent to 24 units per minute. For tap 2 it would be 1200 over 150 equal to 8 units per minute, and for leakage pipe it would be 1200 over 80, that means it is 15 units per minute. That means leakage pipe will empty 50 units in 1 minute. Now it is given that 3 taps are opened in the beginning. Since all 3 were operating from the beginning, and after 14 minutes third tap is closed. So let us look at in 14 minutes how much tank was filled. So in 14 minutes T1 plus T2 minus empty tank efficiency multiplied by 14 minutes. So that is equivalent to 24 plus 8 minus 15 into 14. 24 plus 8 minus 15 is 17. 17 into 14 is 238 units. So that means in 14 minutes these 3 pipes have filled 238 units. So remaining would be 1200 minus 238. So 1200 minus 238 is 962 units. This will be filled by tap 1 and 2. So required time would be 962 divided by efficiency of tap 1 and tap 2, which is what, 24 plus 8. So 962 divided by 24 plus 8 is 32. So divided by 2 we will get 481 by 16. So we know that 16 into 3 is 48. So approximate time it will take is 30 minutes, which is our option A. So let us now look at the next question. It is saying that taps 3 and 4 are filling the tank, while a third tap can empty the tank in 50 minutes. T3 and T4 are kept open for 10 minutes in the beginning, and then third tap is also opened. In how much time the tank will be emptied? Okay. Now tank 3, according to the information, can fill 15% in 45 minutes. So 100% will be in 300 minutes. Similarly, we know that for T4 it is 30% in 30 minutes. That means 100% in 100 minutes. Okay, and for leakage pipe we know that, for leakage empty tap we know that it can empty the tank in 50 minutes. So let us take the LCM for the capacity of the tank. So LCM of 300, 100 and 50 is 300 units. Now take the efficiency of tap 3, 300 over 300, that is plus 1 unit per minute. For tap 4 it would be 300 over 100, that means plus 3 unit per minute. And for empty tap it would be 300 by 50, that means 6 unit per minute. And it is given that minus 6 because it is emptying the tank. So in this question it is given that 3 and 4 are kept open for 10 minutes. So in 10 minutes how much tank would have been filled? 1 plus 3 by tap 3 and tap 4 for 10 minutes. So 1 plus 3 is 4. 4 into 10, 40 units have been filled in 10 minutes. Then the third tap is also opened. Now, since third tap is open, so let us look at the efficiency first. First tap 3 plus 1 plus 3 minus 6. Tap 1, tap 3, tap 4 and leakage pipe. They will do what? 1 plus 3, 4, 4 minus 6 is minus 2 units per minute. That means when empty tap will open, it will start emptying the tank instead of filling the tank, and the tank will get empty by 2 units per minute. Now that means tank will not be filled in further time. So what we will do, we will see by how much time the tank will get empty. Since 40 units were already filled and now both all three pipes are working, that means they are working at minus 2 units per minute efficiency. So it will take time. 40 over 2 is 20 minutes. So that is the option D. Okay. So let us now look at the last question. It is saying that tap 1 and 5 are used to fill the tank. There is a third tap in the bottom of a tank to empty it. If all the three taps are simultaneously open, then the tank is filled in 50 minutes. In how much time the third tap alone can empty the tank? Okay. So we know that for tap 1 we know that it can fill 20% in 10 minutes. That means 100% in 50 minutes. Similarly, tap 5 can fill 25% in 35 minutes. That means 100% in 140 minutes. But we don't know the time taken by the third tap to empty the tap. So, but with the help of empty tap, T1, T5 and ET together can fill the tank in 50 minutes. So let us work on the capacity of the tank. So capacity of the tank would be the LCM of 50 and 140. So LCM would be 700. So that means that would be the capacity of tank. Now let us find the efficiency of tap 1. That would be 700 over 50. That means 14 units per minute. Efficiency of tap 5 would be 700 upon 140. That means plus 5 units per minute. And we know that together with empty tap, they fill the tank in 50 minutes. That means 700 tank was filled in 50 minutes by T1, T5 and empty tap. So from here we can find the efficiency of empty tap, since we know the efficiency of T1 and T5. So 50 into this, it is 14. Now do cross multiply. That would be 14 equal to T1 plus T5 minus ET. So 14 is equal to T1 is 14, T5 is 5 minus ET. So ET would be 5 units per minute. But that means it is emptying 5 units in 1 minute. So empty tap efficiency is minus 5 unit per minute. But what we need to find is, we need to find that third tap alone can empty the tank in. So therefore required time would be 700 over required time would be 700 over 5. That means 140 minutes. Okay, so this is the required time by empty tap to completely empty the tank. So our answer option is C. Okay, thank you.